Welcome back, YouTubers, to Raven's Haven's SCP Reactions. Now, I know I've been gone for far too long, and you've probably been missing my sweet chocolate self. But don't worry, I'm back and better than ever. I'm working on a new intro and outro, and I'll be posting new videos every Wednesday at 3:30. So don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff. Like, share, and subscribe to Raven's Haven. Now, let's get on with the video.
Item number SCP-740. Object class safe. Special containment procedures.
I like safe class.
SCP-740 can be safely stored in its envelope in a security deposit box. Researchers testing SCP-740 must wear gloves at all times. Description: SCP-740 is a slightly dirty color-corrected Polaroid photograph depicting the May 6, 1937 explosion of the airship LZ-129 Hindenburg
Of the
at Lakehurst
Hindenburg?
Naval Air
They
Station,
never
New
had
Jersey.
Polaroids back then.
The Polaroid has been determined to be a photograph taken of the original. SCP-740's anomalous traits manifest when it is viewed while in contact with the skin. The subject touching or holding the photo will hear the sounds of explosions and people screaming. Subjects report difficulty in taking their eyes off the photograph while under its influence. Subjects holding the object typically report their inability to freely release their grip as being very distressing. Many subjects have undergone emotional breakdowns as SCP-740's effects progress. After 1 minute of holding and looking at the photograph, the subject's body temperature will begin to rise, accompanied by a sensation of warmness. The intensity of the warmth, as well as the volume of the auditory hallucinations, will continue to increase so long as the subject looks at the photograph. Breaking eye contact will prevent the sensations from intensifying until eye contact is reestablished, and cessation of physical contact will cause the effect to reset to the initial stage, should the object be handled again. The subject will begin to emit smoke after a period of time between 2 and 4 minutes, and burst into flame shortly afterward.
Holy shit.
Time of combustion is directly correlated to subject size and weight. This flame will consume.
Holy crap. So the longer you hold on to that goddamn photo, whatever's in that photo is going to happen to you. Yeah. Keep that under lock and key. Let's not let that get out, shall we?
Consume upwards of 90% of the subject's body mass, and has proven fatal in all cases. The fire also consumes SCP-740, which will slowly restore itself to its original condition over the next 5 to 18 hours. See Interview Log 740-01 for information on recovery. Interview Log 740-01. Interviewed: Agent M. Interviewer: Dr. E. Forward: standard interview conducted within 48 hours of SCP procurement. Agent M has been employed by the Foundation for years and retrieved or secured SCPs in that time, of which the retrieval of SCP-740 was his 6th leading a retrieval team. Begin log. Interviewer: please state, in your own words, what happened during your recovery assignment. Agent M: I was sent out to recover the skip, the photo, from the home of a Mr. A.F. It came to our attention when Mr. F tried unsuccessfully to sell it at auction, and I'd been keeping tabs on it for about 3 weeks prior. Interviewer: what prevented his selling it? Agent M:
Motherfuckers bursting into flames when they view it. That's what prevented it from getting sold.
The auctioneer spontaneously combusted.
See, fuck I tell you.
The official COD was smoke inhalation, but that's what happened. Interviewer: I see. Please continue. Agent M. Anyway, after Mr. F recovered the photo, he started bringing in a bunch of people to look at it, trying to sell it again. By the time I visited his home, he was all but giving it away. Interviewer. And no one took it. Agent M. When you hear what happened, you'll understand why. Agent M sighs and pauses for 3.5 seconds. After I got authority to approach for the buy, I took a team out to the retrieval site. It was considered a low-risk retrieval, so they stayed out of sight back down his driveway while I knocked on his front door. We'd arranged the meeting for 1:45, and it was March 19. He had a real nice place, huge New England mansion. He welcomed me in, gave me a seat, offered me some brandy, which I declined. He was real old, real thin and wrinkly, but really animated, talked with his hands a lot. Interviewer. How did the incident occur? Agent M. Sucks in breath. Yeah. Well, he made small talk for like 10 minutes until I asked about the photograph, and then he acted like he'd forgotten that's why I was there. He goes, gets it, brings it back in an envelope and hands it to me. He hesitated though, and gave me this weird look, like he was trying to read my mind or something. Anyway, I slid it out, and there it was, a Polaroid of the Hindenburg disaster. First thing I did was ask him how he managed to capture the explosion with a camera made decades after it happened.
Exactly what
And
I
he
just
tells
said.
me it's a photo of a photo. And then I start hearing it. Interviewer.
Photo of a
Hearing
photo.
what? Agent M. Explosions.
So,
Fire.
wait a minute. If it's a photo of a photo, what happens if you take a photo of that photo? Will the properties still be in there? Because if the properties, the paranormal properties, are transferable from photo to photo, then where's the original? That means we're going to have to find and contain the original. See, this is why the SCP Foundation exists. To find these things, catalog it, do some experiments, and then lock it away for everyone's safety.
People, men, women, children, screaming in pain and terror. Agent M pauses for 10 seconds. It was like I was just getting sucked into that photo. I couldn't look away. Then he leans forward and that breaks my concentration, like I'd forgotten I could look up at all. He's giving me that look again, and he says, "You hear them too, don't you?" I said, "Yeah." Then he shakes his head like he's disappointed. "You're all the same, blast it." That's exactly what he said. Interviewer. Do you know what he meant by that? Agent M. Yeah, he went on about how everyone he ever showed the photo to could hear things. I asked if he did too, and he said no. Then he reaches to take it back. This is when the incident occurred. He says, "No, son, it's deemed you unworthy. Give it here." And I told him in no strong words I was leaving with it. Even mentioned the briefcase of money I'd brought, but he wasn't having it. He goes, "I've watched men burn to death because they weren't worthy. Give it to me now." He lunges at me, knocks over my chair. Real strong for an old guy. Pause for 11 seconds. Interviewer. Please, continue. Agent M. There was no...
Could the old man be anomalous himself? Like he's talking about people not being worthy of the photo. If you're worthy, I guess you don't burn, but if you're unworthy, you burn. And how does this old man know this? How does he know the properties and, that somebody's supposed to be worthy? Let's find out. Maybe they'll tell us.
Prior intel the guy was a skip himself, or he'd have been coming back with me too. I'd have followed protocol, called in my team. But with the voices in my head, and the photo I couldn't let go of, and there was fire coming out of his eyes and off his bald... I just panicked, okay? I've been doing this for years, but I just freaked the hell out. Drew my weapon, fired, what, 3 times, 4? Interviewer. The record indicates 3 shots. Agent M. I don't remember. Anyway, I immediately called it in, grabbed the envelope and left the house. I was also feeling really hot, even though it was pretty cold. March in New England and all. Interviewer. Is this when the house ignited? Agent M. Pause for 5 seconds. Yeah. By the time I'm outside, there's smoke coming out the roof. Once my team shows up and pries my fingers off the skip, the whole thing's in flames. We had to stand way back. I couldn't help standing back. I didn't want to be anywhere near it. Pause for 3 seconds. Doc, I saw the forensics reports. You know what they said? Interviewer. What did they say? Agent M. They placed the ignition point right where the old coot landed after I shot him. His body put the whole place up in 3 minutes. Jesus. Interviewer. Thank you, Agent. That will be enough. Log. Closing statement. Agent M was remanded to psychiatric evaluation for 3 months to treat mental trauma and acute pyrophobia not previously noted in his psychological profile. After amnestics failed to cure the condition, Agent was reassigned to a clerical position.
Desk duty.
Lesson complete. If you missed the previous orientation...
Yeah. Oh, now he's, desk-bound. Desk duty. But the question begs to differ if that is a photo of a photo. Were there paranormal properties in that original photo? And if we take a photo of that photo, will those paranormal properties transfer and copy over to another photo? You know? And like I said before, where's the original photo? All questions we never probably get the answers to. Such as the SCP universe. Well, that's it for this video. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos from RavenHawkDX.